When a man is drawn to a woman in a way that endures, it is not merely due to external appearances or fleeting impressions. True attraction stems from the spirit she carries, a spirit marked by confidence and authenticity. A woman who knows her worth and is unafraid to be herself becomes a source of endless fascination and respect, for she embodies the very essence of what it means to live fully and freely. Confidence is not arrogance, nor is it an inflated sense of self-importance. It is a quiet assurance, a steadfast belief in one's value and purpose. A confident woman does not seek validation from others to determine her worth. Instead, she finds it within herself. This inner assurance radiates outward, affecting not only her own sense of peace, but also how others perceive her. A man who encounters such a woman cannot help but be captivated, for her confidence communicates that she is self-sufficient yet open to connection, strong yet approachable. Authenticity, on the other hand, is the companion to confidence. It is the willingness to be honest and vulnerable, to let one's true self be seen. In a world often dominated by facades and pretenses, authenticity stands out as rare and precious. A man who sees a woman living authentically is drawn to her like a traveler to an oasis, for her genuineness promises depth and sincerity in a way that superficial charm never could. Together, confidence and authenticity create a harmony that is irresistible. A woman who embraces these qualities is not afraid to pursue her passions, express her opinions, or stand firm in her beliefs. She does not diminish herself to fit someone else's expectations, nor does she pretend to be something she is not. Instead, she boldly owns her identity, imperfections and all. This kind of courage is not only admirable but also deeply inspiring. It challenges those around her, including the man who admires her, to rise to a higher standard of authenticity in their own lives. What makes this spirit of confidence and authenticity so powerful is that it fosters respect. A man who sees a woman confidently and authentically living out her values understands that she is not someone to be taken lightly. She is not seeking mere attention or approval, she is pursuing a life of meaning and integrity. This creates a dynamic where he does not simply desire her presence, but feels compelled to earn her respect and admiration in return. In essence, he is drawn into the pursuit, not because she plays hard to get, but because her very being inspires him to chase after the kind of life and love she represents. Moreover, confidence and authenticity do not mean perfection. In fact, they often involve embracing one's flaws and weaknesses. A woman who can laugh at her mistakes, admit her fears, and navigate her struggles with grace shows that she is both human and resilient. This humanity makes her relatable and approachable, inviting connection rather than creating distance. A man who witnesses this balance of strength and vulnerability is reminded that love is not about finding someone flawless, but about cherishing someone real. In cultivating confidence and authenticity, a woman does not just attract attention, she commands it. Her presence becomes a source of inspiration and admiration, igniting a desire within the man to pursue her, not just for who she is, but for the way she makes him feel about who he could become. This pursuit is not a fleeting chase, but an enduring one, for it is rooted in the recognition of something truly extraordinary, a spirit that is both confident and authentic, shining brightly in a world often dulled by pretense. When a man truly values a woman, he respects her not only for who she is, but for how she respects herself. Self-respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and it begins with a woman understanding her worth and upholding it through clear and consistent boundaries. A man will not only admire this strength, but he will also feel inspired to honor and pursue her with genuine intention and effort. Setting clear boundaries is not about pushing others away or building walls. It is about creating a space where mutual respect, trust, and understanding can thrive. A woman who respects herself demonstrates that she knows her value is not determined by others' opinions or desires. She refuses to allow anyone, including a potential partner, to treat her in a way that diminishes her dignity. This self-respect is evident in how she carries herself, the choices she makes, and the relationships she fosters. It's a quiet yet powerful declaration that says, I know who I am, and I will not settle for less than I deserve. This kind of confidence and clarity captivates a man, as it signals that she is someone worth pursuing and cherishing. Boundaries play a crucial role in maintaining self-respect. They define what is acceptable and what is not, providing a framework for how others, including a romantic partner, should treat her. Boundaries are not arbitrary rules, but reflections of her values, needs, and priorities. They communicate her expectations in a relationship, setting the standard for how she wishes to be loved and respected. A man who genuinely cares will recognize and honor these boundaries because they represent her sense of self-worth. Setting boundaries can sometimes be challenging, especially when emotions are involved. However, a woman who values herself understands that saying no is not an act of rejection, but an act of self-preservation. She does not fear losing someone by asserting her boundaries. Rather, she knows that those who truly care for her will respect them. By setting limits, she establishes a relationship dynamic based on mutual respect rather than dependency or control. Boundaries are not only about protecting oneself from harm or disrespect, they are also about fostering growth and trust within the relationship. When a woman sets boundaries, she encourages her partner to rise to the occasion and meet her standards. A man who respects her boundaries sees them as an opportunity to deepen his connection with her, as they provide clarity and guidance on how to love her well. In this way, boundaries become a tool for building a stronger and healthier relationship. At the same time, boundaries must be communicated with kindness and clarity. A woman who respects herself does not use boundaries as a weapon to manipulate or punish her partner. Instead, she communicates her needs and expectations with honesty and compassion, inviting her partner into a dialogue rather than a confrontation. This approach not only strengthens the bond between them, but also fosters a sense of partnership and collaboration. When a woman respects herself and sets clear boundaries, she also demonstrates her willingness to walk away from anything that does not honor her worth. This strength of character is incredibly attractive because it shows that she values herself enough to settle for less than she deserves. A man who witnesses this resolve will be inspired to step up and pursue her with intention and respect, knowing that she will not compromise her values or settle for mediocrity. Moreover, boundaries create space for emotional intimacy. By defining her limits, a woman allows her partner to understand her on a deeper level, fostering a connection that is rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. A man who values her boundaries will feel a greater sense of trust and security, knowing that their relationship is built on a foundation of honesty and self-awareness. Ultimately, respecting oneself and setting clear boundaries is not about creating distance, but about creating depth. It is about establishing a relationship dynamic where both partners feel valued, respected, and understood. A man who truly loves a woman will not see her boundaries as obstacles, but as invitations to love her more deeply and authentically. He will chase her not out of obligation or desire for conquest, but out of a genuine recognition of her worth and a desire to build a lasting and meaningful connection. In the end, a woman who respects herself and upholds her boundaries becomes a source of inspiration and admiration. Her self-respect sets the tone for the relationship, inviting her partner to meet her with the same level of respect and care. It is this mutual recognition of worth that transforms a fleeting attraction into a lifelong pursuit, where a man's love is not only enduring but also deeply rooted in the recognition of her inherent value. When a man finds a woman who engages his mind and inspires his growth, he sees her as someone extraordinary, a partner who does more than share his life but challenges him to elevate it. This kind of connection goes far beyond physical attraction or surface-level compatibility. It is rooted in intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, and the shared pursuit of growth and purpose. A woman who engages his mind and inspires him to become better is someone he will not only value but continually pursue, as she represents a source of fulfillment and meaning. Engaging his mind begins with curiosity and conversation. A woman who is genuinely interested in what a man thinks, dreams, and believes creates a space for meaningful connection. She doesn't settle for shallow small talk or perfunctory exchanges. Instead, she asks thoughtful questions, listens with intent, and encourages him to explore ideas and perspectives he may not have considered. This willingness to delve into deeper topics, whether about life, purpose, passions, or challenges, shows him that she values his intellect and respects his thoughts. Such a connection goes beyond fleeting attraction. It creates a bond where he feels seen and understood in ways that truly matter. However, engaging his mind isn't just about listening, it's also about challenging him. A woman who inspires a man to grow doesn't shy away from expressing her own ideas, beliefs, and ambitions. She brings her unique perspective to the relationship, inviting him to see the world through her eyes. By sharing her passions and pursuing her goals, she demonstrates a kind of intellectual and emotional independence that is both admirable and inspiring. Her confidence in her own growth encourages him to reflect on his own journey, sparking a desire to push past his limits and strive for more. This dynamic is not about competition but partnership. A woman who engages his mind becomes a teammate in the shared pursuit of growth. She supports his dreams while nurturing her own, creating a relationship where both individuals are encouraged to reach their fullest potential. This kind of mutual inspiration is rare and precious, as it transforms a relationship from a static connection into a living, evolving partnership. A man who experiences this will continually chase the woman who inspires it, not out of necessity, but out of a deep appreciation for the way she enriches his life. Inspiring growth also involves encouraging him to step out of his comfort zone. A woman who believes in a man's potential helps him see beyond his current limitations. She speaks to his strengths, uplifts him when he doubts himself, and challenges him to face the fears or insecurities that may be holding him back. This encouragement is not about changing him, but about helping him discover the best version of himself. A man who feels this kind of support from a woman will cherish her as someone who not only loves him for who he is, but believes in who he can become. At the same time, inspiring growth requires a commitment to one's own development. A woman who continually learns, grows, and seeks to improve herself sets an example that is profoundly motivating. Her pursuit of knowledge, personal growth, and self-improvement becomes a source of admiration and respect. She demonstrates that growth is not a destination but a journey, one that requires effort, courage, and humility. This mindset inspires a man to adopt the same attitude toward his own life, creating a relationship dynamic where growth becomes a shared value. When a woman prioritizes her purpose over their need for approval, she becomes a force to be reckoned with, a person who commands respect and admiration. Her life is not dictated by the fleeting opinions of others, but is guided by her values, goals, and vision for what truly matters. This sense of purpose is not only empowering for her, but also deeply inspiring for those around her, especially a man who sees her commitment to her mission as a testament to her strength and individuality. A woman with this focus becomes someone he pursues, not because she seeks validation, but because she embodies a life worth joining and supporting. A purposeful woman understands that approval is fleeting, often inconsistent, and rarely aligned with deeper truths. She does not shape her identity around external validation or the need to be liked by everyone. Instead, she looks inward, grounding her decisions and actions in a clear understanding of who she is and what she stands for. This clarity gives her a quiet confidence that is far more compelling than any performance designed to win approval. She does not sacrifice her authenticity to fit into someone else's mold, nor does she measure her worth by how others perceive her. Instead, she focuses on living a life of substance and integrity, which sets her apart in a world that often prioritizes appearances over authenticity. Prioritizing purpose means having a clear sense of direction and a willingness to pursue it even when it is challenging or unpopular. A woman who values purpose knows that life is too precious to waste on chasing approval or adhering to societal expectations that do not align with her true self. She dedicates her time and energy to what truly matters, whether it is her career, her family, her faith, her creative passions, or her desire to make a difference in the world. This focus allows her to live with intention and to invest in the things that bring lasting fulfillment rather than temporary satisfaction. Such a woman inspires others, including a man who admires her drive and determination. Her ability to stay true to her purpose, even in the face of adversity, demonstrates resilience and strength of character. She does not seek to manipulate or control others to gain approval. Instead, she leads by example, showing that true confidence comes from within. This independence and self-assurance make her magnetic, as she becomes a source of stability and inspiration for those around her. However, prioritizing purpose does not mean shutting others out or refusing to accept support and love. A purposeful one understands the importance of relationships and values the people who share her journey. What sets her apart is her ability to maintain a healthy balance. She does not allow her purpose to be overshadowed by the need to please others, nor does she let her relationships compromise her identity. Instead, she invites others to join her in her mission, creating partnerships that are rooted in shared values and mutual respect. A man who sees this will be drawn to her not only for who she is, but for the vision she represents and the opportunity to grow alongside her. Prioritizing purpose over approval also cultivates emotional resilience. A woman who lives with purpose is not easily shaken by criticism or rejection, because she knows her worth does not depend on external validation. She is able to face setbacks with grace and learn from her experiences, using challenges as opportunities for growth. This resilience makes her a steady presence in a relationship, someone who can navigate life's uncertainties with courage and wisdom. A man who witnesses this strength will admire her deeply, recognizing that her groundedness and determination are qualities that enrich both her life and their partnership. Moreover, a purposeful woman radiates a sense of fulfillment that cannot be manufactured or faked. She derives joy and meaning from pursuing her goals, and this contentment is evident in how she carries herself. Her happiness is not contingent on someone else's approval, but stems from the knowledge that she is living authentically and making a difference. This inner peace makes her a joy to be around, as she uplifts and inspires those in her presence. A man who experiences this will feel compelled to pursue her, not because she needs him, but because he wants to be part of the remarkable life she is building. Finally, prioritizing purpose over approval creates a relationship dynamic that is both empowering and enduring. A woman who lives with purpose sets a high standard for herself and her partner, encouraging both to strive for their best selves. She does not settle for mediocrity or conform to shallow expectations, but instead builds a connection rooted in shared vision and mutual growth. A man who shares her values and supports her mission will find in her a partner who challenges him, uplifts him, and inspires him to live with purpose as well. In essence, prioritizing purpose over approval transforms a woman into someone who is not only admirable but unforgettable. She becomes a beacon of authenticity, resilience, and vision, a person who inspires respect, admiration, and a deep desire to be part of her journey. A man who encounters such a woman will chase her not because she demands it, but because she lives a life so compelling that he cannot help but want to be by her side. Finally, engaging his mind and inspiring his growth creates a relationship that is dynamic rather than stagnant. It fosters a sense of excitement and possibility as both partners continue to evolve and discover new dimensions of themselves and each other. A man who experiences this kind of connection with a woman will feel continually drawn to her, not because she completes him, but because she challenges him to become complete within himself. This pursuit is not fleeting or superficial, it is enduring and meaningful, rooted in the recognition of her role as both a partner and an inspiration. In essence, when a woman engages a man's mind and inspires his growth, she becomes an irreplaceable part of his life. She is not just someone he loves, but someone he respects, admires, and strives to keep pursuing. Her ability to challenge him intellectually, support him emotionally, and inspire him spiritually makes her a partner he will forever cherish and chase, for she represents the best of what life and love can offer. When a man and a woman build a relationship rooted in genuine communication and emotional openness, they create a bond that transcends superficial connection. True intimacy grows when both partners feel safe to express their thoughts, share their feelings, and reveal their vulnerabilities without fear of judgment or rejection. A woman who values communication and emotional openness fosters an environment where a man feels heard, understood, and inspired to reciprocate with honesty and depth. This kind of connection is not only attractive but also enduring, for it speaks to the very core of what it means to be fully known and loved. Communication is the cornerstone of every meaningful relationship. It is not merely about exchanging words, but about creating a shared understanding. A woman who values communication listens not just with her ears, but with her heart. She seeks to understand the emotions and intentions behind a man's words, demonstrating that she genuinely cares about what he thinks and feels. This active listening creates a space where he feels safe to open up, knowing that his voice matters and his perspective is respected. At the same time, she communicates her own thoughts and feelings with clarity and honesty. She does not shy away from difficult conversations or bury her emotions out of fear of conflict. Instead, she approaches communication as an opportunity to build trust and strengthen the relationship. Her willingness to be open and honest invites the same from him, encouraging a dynamic where both partners feel free to express themselves fully. This mutual exchange of thoughts and feelings deepens their connection, fostering a sense of partnership and understanding that is difficult to break. Emotional openness is the next layer of this foundation. A woman who values emotional openness is willing to let her guard down and share her true self with her partner. She recognizes that vulnerability is not a weakness but a strength, for it requires courage to reveal one's innermost thoughts, fears, and desires. By being emotionally open, she creates a relationship dynamic where authenticity thrives and superficial barriers dissolve. This openness inspires a man to do the same, allowing both partners to connect on a deeper level. However, emotional openness is not about overwhelming a partner with unfiltered emotions or expecting him to solve every problem. It is about inviting him into her world in a way that fosters connection and understanding. She shares her struggles and triumphs, her doubts and dreams, not as a way to seek validation, but as a way to create intimacy. In doing so, she helps him see her as a whole person, complex, multidimensional, and profoundly human. This level of transparency builds trust, for it shows that she has nothing to hide and is willing to embrace the same honesty from him. A woman who values communication and emotional openness also recognizes the importance of empathy. She does not just listen to respond, she listens to understand. She seeks to see the world through his eyes, to feel what he feels, and to support him in the way he needs. This empathy creates a profound sense of connection, for it assures him that she truly cares about his well-being. In return, he is inspired to offer the same level of care and understanding, creating a relationship dynamic where both partners feel deeply valued and supported. One of the most powerful aspects of communication and emotional openness is that it allows for conflict resolution and growth. No relationship is without challenges, but a woman who values open dialogue approaches conflict not as a threat but as an opportunity. She is willing to address issues with honesty and grace, seeking solutions rather than blame. This approach reassures her partner that disagreements do not signify the end but are part of the process of growing together. A man who experiences this level of maturity and openness will feel secure in the relationship, knowing that it can withstand life's inevitable ups and downs. Finally, valuing communication and emotional openness creates a relationship where both partners feel seen and heard. It is a gift to be fully known and loved for who you are, without pretense or fear. A man who finds this in a woman will continually be drawn to her, not just for her beauty or charm, but for the depth of connection she offers. He will cherish her as someone who understands him in ways that few others do, and he will be inspired to keep pursuing her, knowing that the bond they share is unlike any other. In the end, communication and emotional openness are not just tools for building a relationship, they are the foundation for sustaining it. A woman who values these qualities creates a partnership where love grows deeper with each conversation, each moment of vulnerability, and each shared experience. She becomes not just someone he loves, but someone he respects, admires, and treasures, for she offers him the rare and precious gift of true intimacy. This is the kind of connection that a man will not only chase, but cherish for a lifetime. Mutual respect and admiration form the bedrock of any meaningful relationship. When two individuals see each other as equals, valuing the unique qualities, talents, and strengths each brings to the partnership, they create a bond that is deeply rooted in trust and appreciation. A woman who fosters mutual respect and admiration within a relationship sets a powerful tone that invites a man to pursue her not out of obligation, but out of genuine reverence for the connection they share. She becomes someone he treasures not just for her external beauty, but for the depth and dignity of her character. Respect begins with recognizing and honoring boundaries, values, and individuality. A woman who respects herself and others sets a standard for how she expects to be treated. She does not tolerate behavior that undermines her worth, nor does she compromise her principles to please someone else. This clarity in how she values herself inspires a man to treat her with the same level of respect. Her unwavering sense of self-worth communicates that she is someone who deserves thoughtful consideration, kindness, and integrity. At the same time, she extends respect to her partner by acknowledging his unique qualities and efforts. She does not diminish his achievements or dismiss his opinions, but instead celebrates his contributions to the relationship and his broader life pursuits. This mutual respect creates an environment where both partners feel valued for who they are, rather than pressured to conform to someone else's expectations. A man who feels respected in this way is naturally drawn to the woman who offers such affirmation, as it reassures him that his individuality is appreciated rather than overlooked. Admiration grows when respect is coupled with recognition. A woman who fosters admiration in a relationship takes the time to notice and affirm her partner's strengths, character, and aspirations. She does not focus solely on his flaws or shortcomings, but instead encourages him to embrace his potential and pursue his goals. This positive reinforcement motivates him to continue striving for growth, knowing that his efforts are acknowledged and supported. In turn, he admires her for her wisdom, insight, and ability to inspire him to become his best self. True admiration is not about placing a partner on a pedestal, but about appreciating them for who they are while recognizing their capacity for growth. A woman who fosters this kind of admiration understands that no one is perfect, and she does not demand perfection from her partner. Instead, she admires his resilience, his kindness, and his willingness to learn and improve. This balanced perspective allows both partners to embrace each other's humanity, building a relationship that is both forgiving and aspirational. Fostering mutual respect and admiration also involves cultivating a partnership where both individuals contribute equally. A woman who values fairness and reciprocity ensures that her relationship is not one-sided. She does not expect her partner to carry all the emotional or practical burdens, nor does she seek to dominate or control the relationship. Instead, she collaborates with him sharing responsibilities and decision-making in a way that affirms their shared commitment to each other. This equality strengthens their bond, as it reinforces the idea that they are teammates working toward a common goal. Another key aspect of mutual respect and admiration is open communication. A woman who values these qualities takes the time to express her appreciation for her partner while also addressing concerns with honesty and kindness. She does not resort to criticism or contempt, but instead communicates in a way that builds trust and reinforces their connection. This approach fosters an environment where both partners feel safe to express their thoughts and emotions, knowing that they will be met with understanding rather than judgment. Importantly, mutual respect and admiration are not static qualities. They require ongoing effort and attention. A woman who prioritizes these values continually seeks ways to deepen her connection with her partner, whether through shared experiences, thoughtful gestures, or simply taking the time to listen and affirm. She understands that relationships are dynamic and that maintaining respect and admiration requires intention and care. This commitment to nurturing the relationship inspires her partner to do the same, creating a cycle of mutual investment and growth. Ultimately, fostering mutual respect and admiration transforms a relationship into something truly extraordinary. A man who feels respected and admired by a woman will see her as someone irreplaceable, someone who understands his worth and challenges him to rise to his full potential. He will be drawn to her not only for her kindness and grace, but also for the sense of partnership and equality she brings to their connection. In return, he will strive to offer her the same respect and admiration, knowing that such a relationship is a rare and precious gift. Together, they will build a foundation that withstands challenges and deepens over time, creating a bond that is as inspiring as it is enduring. A relationship rooted in mutual respect and admiration is not merely about being together. It is about uplifting one another, growing together, and cherishing the shared journey with gratitude and love.